It is common in movies for indications of future occurrences in the movie to be made. There are several hints about what the Targaryen dynasty might do next as Season 1 of House of the Dragon comes close. In this video, we will discuss 10 pieces of foreshadowing made in the first season of House of the Dragon and more. First up, here are some major pieces of foreshadowing in House of the Dragon Season 1. The Targaryens are known for having prescient dragon dreams. They have been known to go to war and conquer due to their belief in these dreams. Along with other foreshadowings we've seen throughout the series that hint at the characters' futures, the first season of House of the Dragon is merely more evidence of the strength that these dreams possess. Although many people may contend that the protagonists in House of the Dragon choose their fates, there are times when they are powerless to stop what the gods have planned. Now, we will discuss 10 major foreshadowing in the first season of House of Dragon. Firstly, Spool of Green, Spool of Black. Helaena Targaryen has prophetic dreams and visions, despite Alicent regularly dismissing her only daughter's wishes. Helaena utters the phrase, "Hand spin loom, spool of green, spool of black, dragons of flesh weaving dragons of thread" in episode 8. Both Team Green and Black are mentioned in this foreboding sentence, which refers to the conflict within the Hightower family between Viserys I's offspring with Alicent Hightower and Rhaenyra, Daemon, and their followers, known as Team Black. Illustrate the ongoing conflict between the two groups and the dragons' role in this prophecy. Next is the Song of Ice and Fire. Viserys alludes to the Song of Ice and Fire, which was Aegon I's dream. A civil war is sparked by his final discussion with Alicent, which he mistook for Rhaenyra, and during which he discusses Aegon I's dream. Not only is Aegon's dream mentioned in House of the Dragon, but it is also mentioned in Game of Thrones, where it is thought there is a Targaryen savior. The end of men, which almost occurs in Game of Thrones after White Walkers breach the wall, is alluded to in Aegon's dream, but Alicent thinks Viserys is alluding to Aegon succeeding as king in House of the Dragon. Thirdly, the Curse of Harrenhal. According to legend, Harrenhal is cursed, and every house meets a dreadful demise. Lionel Strong brings his son to the Strong family seat of Harrenhal to quell the suspicions that Harwin Strong is the father of Rhaenyra's children. But Larys, Lionel's second son, puts an explosive end to them. Harwin and Lionel's deaths are attributed to the curse because several powerful families before them and after have perished similarly. Larys is the final heir of House Strong since he is childless. Next is the Beast Beneath the Boards. Throughout the first season, Helaena keeps dropping hints. Her remark about the beast beneath the boards foreshadows Rhaenys fleeing on Meleys at Aegon II's coronation. Although no one seems to be paying much attention to Helaena, she prophesies Rhaenys will break the dragon pit's floor during Aegon's coronation. The tension of the season finale was set up as Princess Rhaenys held the upper hand when sitting atop Meleys in front of all the Greens and then going to Rhaenyra to inform her of what the Hightowers had planned. Next is a prophecy saying he'll have to close an eye. Helaena declares he'll have to close an eye in one of her most notable instances of foreshadowing when Alicent informs Aemond that he will have a dragon. Of course, when Aemond claims Vhagar, Jacaerys, Lucerys, Rhaena, and Baela confront him. As a result of the confrontation, Aemond later loses an eye. Because Aemond lost an eye, he has experienced a great deal of conflict throughout his life and frequently teases his nephews. Another one is Alicent's green dress. Alicent attended Rhaenyra's wedding to Sir Laenor Velaryon wearing a symbolic green gown. The bitter civil war about to break out between Rhaenyra Targaryen's family and Alicent's was hinted at by the color of Alicent's attire, which was green. When Old Town signals for war, Larys Strong notices the light on the Hightower turns green. From this point forward, Alicent Hightower's supporters will call themselves the Greens. There's also Rhaenyra's short conversation with a fortune teller. In the House of the Dragon episode 4, Rhaenyra and Daemon go out for a night and a fortune teller asks Rhaenyra, "Do you wish to know your death, child?" Rhaenyra doesn't respond to the fortune teller, but a decorative dragon starts spitting flames soon after the picture of the two of them. This subliminal foreshadowing suggests that Rhaenyra will die a fiery death, exactly as she does in the novels. This is not certain though, as the showrunners have been subtly altering characters throughout the series. Another one is blood and cheese. During the wedding of Rhaenyra and Laenor, Sir Criston Cole kills Sir Joffrey Lonmouth, and as the couple is exchanging vows, a shot of a rat standing in the blood is seen. An expert but understated bit of blood and cheese foreshadowing was the image of the rat standing in the blood of Laenor's lover. Blood was a butcher, and Cheese was a rat catcher familiar with the Red Keep's tunnel system. But the effects of Lucerys Velaryon's passing and the Black's desire for vengeance, Blood and Cheese should be crucial to the upcoming season's plot. There's also Aemond's rivalry with Lucerys. It is abundantly evident in House of the Dragon that Aemond directly endangers Rhaenyra's children, particularly Lucerys. It was obvious that Lucerys and Aemond were at odds as soon as she took Aemon's eye. Lucerys frequently displays obvious fear of Aemon, and for a good reason. After Aemon insults him and cannot restrain Vhagar, Lucerys is ultimately killed by Vhagar and their hostility reaches a boiling point. Lastly, in the phrase, if one possesses a thing, the other will take it away. If one has anything, the other will take it away, says Helaena as she watches her children. This statement also alludes to the competition among the Targaryens for the Iron Throne. There will undoubtedly be more conflict for House Targaryen, given the Greens' usurpation of the line of succession to make Aegon the new king and Rhaenyra's proclamation of herself as queen from Dragonstone. As a result of Lucerys Velaryon's passing and Aegon II's ascent, the civil war that separates the realm has now broken out, signaling the commencement of the Dance of Dragons. Next up, some characters who deserved more time on screen in House of Dragon Season 1. Firstly, we have Helaena Targaryen. Helaena Targaryen was first introduced as a young girl who dreamed of dragons and was almost compelled to wed the king, a man much older than she was. In The Princess and the Queen, her sorrowful story was tragically cut short. But as time passed and she developed, there was a spark for something amazing. Helaena's supporters could still not see some amazing events in her life. Next, we have Rhaenys Targaryen. As with Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, portrayed by Eve Best, not every character who deserved more time on screen passed away in Season 1. Despite being a major figure, she occasionally received less attention than her husband, Corlys Velaryon. This was done in order to demonstrate how disconnected from Game of Thrones she is, dejected after years of societal injustice. Until the Starling time, she and Meleys, the Red Queen, broke through the Dragon Pit's floor while armored. There's also Harwin Strong. If a mistake was made throughout the first 5 episodes, it was not firmly establishing Harwin Strong. He appeared intermittently throughout the first book, much like Lena, but he and his father were killed off in The Princess and the Queen, which interestingly provides the answer to a question that book readers have been wondering about since Fire and Blood leaves the identity of their killer a mystery. While his relationship with Rhaenyra may have surprised some, his death did have significant significance because he was one of the best fathers ever depicted in a Game of Thrones production. By focusing on his introduction and any potential love chemistry between them, Laenor Velaryon is also part. Laenor's outcome is far better than his sister's. In the book, he is regarded as officially dead after being killed by his lover Sir Carl in broad daylight in front of numerous witnesses. One of the few LGBTQ+ characters in the novel now has a much-needed happy ending, thanks to this modification. But if Season 1 had been split into 2, they might have shown Laenor as more than just a party animal, but also as a potential father. Mysaria is another character under this category. There aren't many missteps in the performances of House of the Dragon. Unfortunately, Sonoya Mizuno's Mysaria, one of those, hasn't been fully developed. Despite this, Mysaria is still a highly intriguing character who will have a more significant part to play in the future. Audiences would have been more accustomed to her if she had been shown more frequently in Season 1. It's interesting how more of Talia than Mysaria is highlighted in House of the Dragon. She is acting as the master of whisperers, much like Varys, but they haven't used her to the extent necessary for her to be at Varys' level. Although one of Larys Strong's soldiers did burn down her home in the penultimate episode, fans of the book already know that the White Worm won't be deterred. That would be all for today. Now you know some scenes that are likely to occur in future show seasons. Please let us know if there are other shows you want us to feature via the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.